guys, it's me, Haley with HanDIY Tutorials. Really excited to bring you guys the C-3PO pattern here today. I am just launching a Patreon page, so if you like my patterns and you want to see more, please head over and check that out. We're going to need a tapestry needle, a 5mm crochet hook, that's a size 8, black, yellow, this is bright yellow, and then gold yarn. I like to use Red Heart Super Saver. You're welcome to use any yarn, but also bear in mind that every yarn has kind of a different texture to it. Some will be a little bit thicker than others. You'll also want to have measuring tape for that reason, just to make sure that you're getting the proper size. So let's begin. Alright, we're going to begin with a magic circle. If you've never done one of these before, have no fear. It's really not too tricky, just follow along. So you're going to lay the yarn across your opposite hand, pinch it with your thumb, wrap it around and make an X. Okay, you're going to clamp your thumb down. You're going to take your hook, you're going to go under, and then grab that yarn and pull through, and then you're going to pinch that with your 2 fingers. So these 2 strands we're going to be working the yarn into. So bring this yarn over here, your working yarn. Alright, and we are going to begin by chaining 3. So we'll go 1, 2, and 3. Now we are going to count that as a crochet, and we're going to do 10 more into this loop. We're going to do double crochets. So you're going to do a double crochet, you're going to wrap the yarn around, go into that loop. That's both of these strands here. Wrap it around. Alright, now you have 3 on there. Now we're going to wrap it around and pull through 2. Wrap it around and pull through 2. That is a double crochet. So we're going to continue to do that until we have a total of 11. That's counting the first chain as a stitch. So 1, 2, wrap it around, go into that loop, circle, wrap it around and pull through 2, wrap it around and pull through 2. That's 3. 4. 5. You can pull this to be a little bit smaller if you'd like. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Still going into that loop there. Magic circle, and 11. Okay, double check, you can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're going to pull this a little bit tighter, not completely tight yet. And now we're going to slip stitch, see that nice and close, into this first crochet here. Okay, we're going to go through both of those loops. 1, 2. So wrap it around and pull through all the way. That's a slip stitch. Now you can pull that nice and tight, and that's the end of round 1. Round 2, we're going to begin by chaining 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now for this round, we're going to increase in every stitch all the way around. An increase is doing 2 double crochets into each stitch. This chain counts as a double crochet, and we're going to turn it into a double crochet at the end. We're going to do our last double crochet into there. So we will do that at the end though. Right now we're going to start by doing 2 double crochets into this stitch right here. So wrap it around and go into that space. Pull through 2, pull through 2. That's 1. Wrap it around, pull through 2, pull through 2. So there's an increase right there. And remember, this chain's going to turn into an increase at the end. So wrap it around, go into the next stitch, pull through 2, 2, wrap it around, go into that stitch again, pull through 2, and pull through 2. We're going to go all the way around till you get here. We'll just keep doing 2 double crochets into each stitch to have that increase. What we're doing is with each round we're going to be adding an increase so that our stitch count goes up. So we started with 11. After this round we'll have 22. The next one will have 33. The next one 44, and so on. And that's just building that top of the crown of the hat. One and 2. Okay. So now we need to turn that first chain into an increase as well. So we're going to wrap it around. We're going to go into this space right here at the bottom of that chain. Pull through 2, pull through 2. All right, and now we're going to slip stitch, okay, into this first stitch right here. Pull through. Okay, that is the end of round 2. Now for round 3, okay, we're doing, we want to increase by 11 again. So now what we're going to do is we're going to increase every other stitch. So we'll start by chaining 3, 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now in this first stitch right here, we're going to do a 1 double crochet, okay? This chain is going to turn into a double crochet at the end, or a increase, a 2 double crochet at the end. So we're going to start out with 1 double crochet into that space. Okay, now this next space, you can see this kind of makes a little V from the previous round. That is an increase, okay? So every time you see that, we're going to be increasing, which is every other stitch. So one easy way to remember about increase is that you're just increasing in the previous increase from the last round with these hats. That makes it really easy. All right, so 2 double crochet into the previous increase. 1 and 2. Okay, now we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Now we're doing 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Rotating 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, next stitch, 1 double crochet. And our next stitch, you can see that from the previous one that's an increase, so we're going to be increasing in there. 1 and 2. So keep rotating 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into each stitch until you get here, and I'll meet you there. All right. So I just did an increase there. Got 1 double crochet into the next stitch. All right. Now we're going to turn this stitch into a double crochet or an increase. Okay, so we're going to go into that space just below that chain. Pull through 2, pull through 2. And then we're going to slip stitch into the top. Right there, that first loop, those 2 loops. On to round 1, 2, 3, 4, round 4. Start with chaining 3. This one we are going to be doing one double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochet. All right, again we're increasing by 11, so we started with 11, 22, 33. After this round we'll be at 44. Wrap it around, we're going to work into this stitch right here, starting with 1 double crochet. Okay, into the next stitch, 1 double crochet. All right, into the previous increase from the last round, we're doing 2 double crochet. 1 and 2, making an increase there. All right, next stitch, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, next stitch, increase, so 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. We're going to continue to do that all the way around. I'll meet you here. All right, so now we're going to do a double crochet into the bottom of that first chain so that we are increasing with that chain through 2. All right, slip stitch to that first crochet there, pull through. All right, now we're ready for round 5. We're going to chain 3, wrap around. We're going to go into this first stitch. So now we're going to be doing single crochet or double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. So 3 1 double crochets, and then in the 4th and the increase from the previous round, we'll be doing an increase or 2 double crochet. So starting right here, that first stitch, 1, 2, 3, then we're going to be turning this into an increase, wrap it around, 1 and 2 into the previous increase, 1, 2, and 3. Next stitch, 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. So repeat that all the way around, okay? And I'll meet you back here. That's the end of that round. Now it's a good time to get out your measuring tape and measure. So this yarn in particular is actually thinner because of how they dye it. I read up on it to find out the gold, for whatever reason, and a few other colors of Super Saver yarn is actually like a little bit thinner. So if you're using a different yarn, it will probably measure a bit bigger than this is right now. So this is currently measuring at about 5.5. 5.5 is a great size if you're making it for like a 1-year-old, an infant. You can not move on and stop your increase now if you're doing an infant. But we'll move on. I'll show you the other ones. So if you're an infant, if you're making an infant size, go ahead and skip these next rounds of increase, and I will join up with you again in a bit. All right, so we're chaining 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so 1 double crochet into that first stitch, 1, next stitch, 1 double crochet. Okay, next stitch we're doing 1 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 1 double crochets. In that 5th, we're doing 2 double crochets in the previous increase from the last round. Okay, wrap it around, go into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, next stitch, 4, and then 2 double crochets into that next stitch, 1 and 2. So keep doing that all the way around, and I'll meet you here. And measure across. You'll see we're at about 6.5 inches. This is a good size for a child. So if you're doing child size, you can go ahead and stop here and skip this next round and meet up with me after this round. So this next round is for those of you who are doing a youth or adult hat. Chain 1, 2, and 3. It's my little boy you can hear in the background. Wrap it around, we're going to do an increase again. So now we're going to do 1 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 1 double crochet. In the 6th one we will increase. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we'll do 2 double crochet into that next stitch, which is the increase from the previous round. 1 and 2. So go ahead and finish that. Go all the way around. I hate it when stuff gets my yarn. There we go. Go all the way around and I'll meet you here. Again, I'm going to slip stitch in, and that is the end of that round. Okay, so if you get your measuring tape out, this should be measuring about 7 inches. Yep, and we're just over 7. So this will be a good size for an adult. Okay, I'm back. Just had to help my son. All right, so we are now done with the increase. Now, unless you are dealing with someone who has a really, really, really big head, then what I would do is I would do increases again, but I wouldn't do every single increase. I would do every other increase. So you'd increase here, skip this increase, do this increase here, skip this increase, do the increase here, and so on. That way you're just not getting like too many stitches. Okay. All right, so now we are done with the crown of the hat. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do 1 double crochet into each stitch all the way around, and until we get the length that we want. So the hat will start coming up this way, okay? So the main difference now is that we are not going to be turning this first chain into a double crochet, okay? So, so 1, 2, and 3. All right, so this will no longer be an increase. So I'll show you that at the end of this round, but that's just something to keep in mind. All right, so we're gonna wrap it around and we're going to go into this first stitch still.
Mama, I'm doing it.
You doing it? Good job. 1, okay. So 1 double crochet into each stitch all the way around. So now it's pretty easy, okay? The main thing that you can mess up on here is that you might forget that you're not increasing in the previous increase like you've been doing these last rounds. So that's the main thing to pay attention to this round is remind your brain, oh, nope, I'm not doing 2 double crochets in this stitch. I'm only doing 1. Okay, so keep going all the way around and I will meet you. Woo, you okay, bud? Right here. Okay, so I made it to the end of that round. So now the main difference now is that we are no longer turning this chain into a increase. So we will not be going into this stitch here, okay? We will just slip stitch into this first crochet here. So pull it through and slip stitch. Okay, so you're just going to continue to chain 3 and then do 1 double crochet into each stitch all the way around, and you'll be maintaining your count for that round the whole way. Now we need to stop after a certain round because that round you're going to be changing colors and you're going to do just 6 of black. Okay, so here's a chart for how long you need to repeat that until we'll do the round for the mouth. So meet me when you finish that round or reach the measurement for the desired size. So keep doing your 1 double crochet into each stitch and then slip stitching to finish each round, and I will meet you after that round so that we can begin this round where we add the black. After you finish the correct round for your size, make sure you take out that measuring tape and double check. Depending on the gauge or the yarn that you're using, you may need to add another round or take away a round. Okay, so now for this round, we're going to be adding this stripe here. So depending on the size hat you're making, that's going to vary how many one double crochets you're going to do. So up above, I'll include a list of exactly how many you're supposed to do. For this adult size hat, we're going to be doing 34. And we're counting this as a stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and we're just going to keep going around until I hit 34. Those of you who are doing a different size hat, it will be different. So look at that list up above. I'm pretty sure the infant size is 18. The small child is 24. Child size is 30. So I will meet you there. Okay, so I did the number of 1 double crochets that I needed to. We're going to change color to black. So we're going to tie a knot around this gold color, and then you'll slide it down. And we're going to do a single chain, so just wrap it around and pull through. Now you're going to pinch right there, and you're going to pull on this gold thread. It's going to pull it nice and tight. Okay. Now we're going to wrap the yarn around there. So now it's as if we're about to just go into our double crochet. So go down in, through. And there's our first double crochet with the black. So now we're going to continue, and we're going to do 6 total of the black. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now if you want to make it any bigger, if that's just the look that you want to go for, you can go for it. Or smaller too, either or. I'll snip off some of that black. Okay, so now we're going to carry over the gold. So you just pull it like so. Don't pull it too tight, it should be kind of loose. Wrap the yarn around, pull through, pinch, and pull that black. Okay. And then now we're back to yellow. So now we'll wrap it around, go down in, through, wrap around, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay. And pull that tight. Good. Alright, and now you're just going to continue doing the gold all the way around, and I will meet you back here. Okay, so we just finished that round. I'm going to slip stitch. Okay, so now we're going to do one more round of 1 double crochet in each stitch, and I'm going to I'll meet you over here, and I'm going to show you how to work in this yarn over here. So we made it here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just work this in by stitching it, doing our stitches around that as well, just so that that's included in, so that on the inside you don't have these loops. Okay. So we'll wrap it around, go into that first stitch, and then make sure that you're also getting that strand of gold and that strand of black. Okay. So each stitch you're just taking care, making sure that you got both of those in there. You can also kind of pull it like down. That makes sure that it stays towards the back of it and it doesn't peek through the front. Okay. And this black strand we will actually work in at the very end, this one that comes off of that spot, just because I don't really want to carry it behind here because the black could show through the gold. So we'll go ahead and just save that. If you want to carry it through, you're welcome to. I personally just don't like to. So, all right, keep going all the way around and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Okay, we made it all the way around. Now's a good time to try it on, whoever is going to be lucky enough to get this hat, and see how it's fitting, okay? Normally, what this pattern is made for is for you to end with a single crochet in each stitch all the way around. Now, if you feel like you still want a little bit more length, you can do another round of 1 double crochet and then do the single crochet. Or if you feel like it's plenty long, you don't want to go any longer, you can do a slip stitch into every stitch all the way around. I will show you the single crochet. So we'll chain 2, and we're just going to do a single crochet. So now we're not wrapping the yarn around. Just go down, pull through 2. Next stitch, around, pull through 2. In, wrap around, pull through 2. This is another one of those where you've been doing double crochet for a really long time and so it's easy to possibly forget. So, so this is one where you just kind of need to be a little bit more focused just to make sure that you don't mess up. So go all the way around and I'll meet you here. Alright, and so now we've finished going around with single crochet. Going to go ahead and just slip stitch into that final stitch. So now you're actually done with this hat. We'll go ahead and snip that off, pull this through. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, please subscribe. Check out part 2 to finish the embellishments. We'll make that accent along the top. We'll also do the ears and the eyes. Check out my channel for some other fun tutorials. I have other Star Wars tutorials. Over here I got R2-D2 and BB-8. I'll see you guys over at part 2.